Hi, I'm Petra Cook from
Washington, D.C.
So we're from Washington, D.C., and we are going to do the explanation of types and usages of cables in a studio setting. And we're doing this for our week 1 lessons of Introduction to Music Production at Coursera.org. And let's see, what's the first cable we should go over?
Guitar cable.
Guitar cable. So this is what we call the guitar cable. And the ends of them is going to look like this. And they have a tip, a sleeve, and a ring. One ring. And they consider this an unbalanced cable, so you can only use it in short runs. You can't use it like in real long runs, because unbalanced means that a lot of noise can get into the cable. Like if you move this around too much or other things are around it, noise will get in there, and when you're either coming in if it's during a show or you're recording, you get all that noise in there. So the next one we're going to go over is this one right here, is 1/4 inch TRS cable. And usually they use these kind. Let's go over. It does a tip, a sleeve, and if you notice, it's got 2 rings.
2 rings.
2 rings, that's right. And normally, when this has got a cable on the other end of it, it's considered to be a balanced cable, which means that you can do it in longer runs, and you're not going to get as much noise in the thick cable. And this one right here it's an adapter, and I use this to go from the little 1/8 inch cable on my headphones, and then this goes into my recorder, and so it's an adapter. And the next one we're going to go over is an XLR. Which one's the XLR?
The XLR, is it this one?
Yep. What do we use the XLR for? Okay. Right now I've got my XLR hooked into my Phantom Power, because normally I have this hooked up to a studio mic. I'm going to go ahead and take this one out real quick. This is the male end. It has 3 prongs, and these are balanced. So I'll put this back in. You want to show the other end? What's that kind of end? What's it called?
A female end.
Female end. Good job. So these I use on the end of my microphones. And then on this side I actually have another one here. This is a shorter one. This one I use the other end. It's got XLR on one end, and the other end has... Can I get it undone? It's all jangled. Let's just find the end. Do you see the end? There it is. Yeah? Yes? No? Okay, we've lost it. But it's a smaller end. It's the little 1/8. And I use that in a smaller recorder that looks like this. Because this one, and here is a small one. You can't use the big 4th ends on this little recorder. It's just a little Boss micro recorder. But on my bigger recorder, I can use the larger ones, but I just use an adapter style with that one. So the next one we want to look at is the 1/8 inch stereo one. And here we have, this is what it looks like. It's just like the 1/4 inch TRS, where you have a tip, a sleeve, and 2 rings. That's right. And a lot of times these are on headphones and various things. On this one, it is on some little mics. I have little tiny mics here, and I use this for for portable recording with the little Micro Boss. The next cable is RCA. You know which one's the RCA?
This one to get untangled.
Okay. Got it?
Got
okay.
it.
Here's what an RCA looks like. So they've got this particular type here has 3 ends. So this one's used for video. But usually you'll find these used in the back of like stereo equipment to hook into the other things on the back of all of your equipment.
I think they're also used in TVs.
Yes, sometimes on the back of TVs, because they go in from like the recorders, like the video, because this is for video. It's got the extra one there. And then the next cable we're going to look at is an extra. We're going to look at an older style MIDI cable. Okay, here it is. And this is what they used to look like. So it had the ends that were like this. Ooh, I think these are the serial ends if I'm not mistaken. And over here we got these ends. And today you can get like an adapter that goes to them, and it'll go to USB. This one these go to my old keyboard that's MIDI compatible. And Is that all we have? Yeah, that's all the cables we have for today. Also all the examples we have. So I'd like to thank you for anyone who's looking at our video to give us a review or an evaluation, and hopefully there's a little something in there that's interesting or decent. So there we go. Thanks. Bye.